Time and money, two forces that shape our entire life. Some people give up all their time just to make money, while others waste their time and wonder why they are always broke. The truth is, time and money are deeply connected. If you learn how to use them wisely, you can build freedom, success, and peace of mind. But if you misuse them, you'll always feel trapped. That's why in today's episode, we're going to break down 7 powerful rules that will completely change how you see time and money. Rule 1. Time is your most valuable currency. When most people think about wealth, they immediately think about money. They imagine stacks of cash, gold, cars, houses, or a successful business. But the truth is this: money is not your most valuable currency. The real wealth, the real treasure, is time. You can always lose money and earn it back, but once a minute of your life is gone, you will never get it back again. That is why the richest people in the world guard their time more than they guard their money. Think about it this way. Imagine you wake up every morning and someone secretly puts $86,400 into your bank account. You can spend it however you want. On food, on travel, on clothes, on experiences. But there is one rule. At the end of the day, whatever you don't spend, it disappears. You cannot carry it over to tomorrow. What would you do? Of course, you would spend all of it. You wouldn't waste it. You would use it carefully, with intention. Now here's the reality. Life already gives you exactly that. Every single day, you are given 86,400 seconds. And just like the money in the imaginary account, if you don't use them, they are gone forever. That is why your time is far more valuable than any amount of money. To understand this more deeply, let me tell you a story. There was once a young man who worked day and night chasing money. He sacrificed his sleep, skipped family dinners, and never spent time with his loved ones. His goal was simple: become rich as fast as possible. After 20 years, he finally succeeded. He had money, cars, houses, everything he once dreamed of. But then, one day, he sat alone in his big house and realized something. He could buy expensive food, but he could not buy back the dinners he missed with his family. He could buy the best medical care, but he could not buy back the years of stress and broken health. He could travel anywhere in the world, but he could not travel back in time. At that moment, he realized he was poor in the one currency that mattered most: time. This is the trap many people fall into. They sacrifice all their time just to get money, but then they discover that without time, money has no meaning. A billionaire lying in a hospital bed would give away his fortune for one more healthy year. An old man with millions in the bank would give it all just to go back and spend one more day with his children when they were young. And you have that time right now. The question is, are you using it wisely or are you wasting it? Time is also the great equalizer. No matter how rich or poor, powerful or weak, famous or unknown, you and I have the same 24 hours each day. You cannot buy an extra hour at the store. You cannot ask life to give you 25 hours. But you can decide how to spend the hours you already have. This is where discipline comes in. Lazy people waste their time on distractions, scrolling endlessly, sleeping too much, or complaining about life. But disciplined people use their time as if it were money they cannot afford to lose. They invest their time into learning, building skills, creating opportunities, spending meaningful moments with loved ones, and taking care of their health. If you want to change your life, you must change your relationship with time. Start looking at every wasted hour as if you just threw away money you could never get back. If you waste 1 hour every day for a year, that's 365 hours lost. More than 15 days of your life completely gone. But if you invest 1 hour every day in reading, learning English, practicing a skill, or building your side hustle, imagine how much wealth you could create in just 1 year. The small decisions about how you use your time compound into massive results over your lifetime. So remember this rule. Time is your most valuable currency. Guard it, invest it, and never waste it. Every second counts. Every moment matters. And the way you choose to spend your time today will decide the kind of life you live tomorrow. Rule 2. Money can be regained, but time cannot. Here's a truth most people don't realize until it's too late. You can always make more money, but you can never make more time. Once a year of your life has passed, no amount of money, no amount of regret, and no amount of effort can bring it back. Time is irreversible. That is why smart people respect their time more than their bank balance. Think of the people you know. Some are constantly chasing money. They sacrifice everything, their health, their family, their happiness, because they believe money is the answer to all problems. But let me ask you, what happens if you lose money today? You can work harder, start again, and eventually earn it back. Countless people have gone bankrupt and then rebuilt their fortunes. But what happens if you lose 5 years of your life to laziness, procrastination, or bad habits? Can you rebuild those years? Can you go back to being 25 once you are 30? No. Time lost is life lost. Forever. Let me tell you a story that explains this. There was a businessman who once lost everything in an economic crash. He went bankrupt. His company failed, his savings were gone, and he had nothing left. For a few years he struggled, but then he used his experience, his discipline, and his knowledge to build another company. Within 10 years, he was wealthier than ever before. But here's the lesson. During those 10 years, his children grew up. The time he could have spent with them when they were small was gone forever. He rebuilt his money, but he could not rebuild the childhood moments he missed. He realized that money is temporary, but time is permanent in its loss. This is why people who are truly wise live differently. They don't see money as the ultimate goal. They see it as a tool. Money is important, of course. It can give you freedom, options, and comfort. But money should serve your time, not the other way around. What's the point of having millions if you're stuck in an office 16 hours a day and have no life? What's the point of building wealth if you are too sick to enjoy it? What's the point of becoming rich at 70 if you wasted your youth working endlessly without joy? Another perspective. Think about billionaires like Steve Jobs. He had all the money in the world, yet when he was diagnosed with illness, no amount of wealth could buy him more time. He once said something powerful. Time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. That single line tells you everything you need to know. Money can buy houses, cars, and vacations, but it can never buy back the minutes ticking away on the clock of your life. So how do you apply this rule? First, shift your mindset. Stop measuring success only in money. Start measuring success in time well spent. Ask yourself daily, am I using my time in a way that builds me, helps others, or creates memories that matter? If the answer is no, then you are wasting life's greatest wealth. Second, stop trading too much of your time for too little money. Some people give 40, 50, or even 60 hours a week working jobs they hate just to pay bills. If you are not careful, you end up selling your life away cheaply. Instead, focus on building skills that allow you to earn more in less time, so you can free yourself to live. Also, don't fear losing money. Fear wasting time. If you lose $100, you can make it back tomorrow. But if you waste 1 week scrolling mindlessly, gossiping, or procrastinating, that week will never return. That's the real cost people don't calculate. People protect their money carefully. They hate losing even $10. But they waste hours of their day without thinking twice. Imagine if you valued your time as much as you valued your money. Imagine if every minute was treated like a coin. You would spend your time more carefully, more wisely, and more intentionally. So remember this. Money lost can be earned again, but time lost is gone forever. Protect your time like your life depends on it, because it does. Don't waste it on meaningless things. Don't spend it on toxic people. Don't bury it under laziness. Use it for growth, for love, for building a life that truly matters. Rule 3. Don't spend hours to save pennies. Here's something most people never stop to think about. They waste hours of their precious time just to save a little bit of money. Have you seen someone spend 3 hours walking from store to save $2 on groceries? Or someone who spends their entire weekend fixing a car or a broken appliance they don't even understand, instead of paying a mechanic and using that time to build their skills, study, or spend quality time with family? That is the trap of trading valuable time for almost worthless savings. Let me tell you a short story. There was a man who was very proud of being smart with money. One day, his washing machine broke. Instead of calling a repairman who could fix it in 1 hour for $100, he decided to do it himself. He spent 3 full days watching YouTube tutorials, running back and forth to the hardware store, and struggling with tools. In the end, he still had to call the repairman, who fixed it in 30 minutes. But the saddest part? During those 3 days, his daughter had a school play. He missed it because he was busy fixing the washing machine. He saved nothing but lost moments he could never buy back. That is the lesson. Money can always be earned, but the time you waste trying to save it is gone forever. Rich people understand this. They don't waste time on small things because they know their time is more valuable. They focus on opportunities that grow their income, improve their knowledge, or strengthen their relationships. Poor people, on the other hand, often waste hours on small tasks, thinking they are being smart by saving a little money, while in reality, they are wasting the one resource they can never get back: time. Ask yourself, what is your hourly value? If you want to make $50,000 a year, your time is worth about $25 an hour. If you want to make $100,000 a year, your time is worth about $50 an hour. Now think, if you spend 3 hours trying to save $10, are you really being smart? No. You are telling the world that your time is worth almost nothing. That's not discipline. That's poverty thinking. This doesn't mean you should throw money away. It means you should learn to recognize what is worth your time. For example, cooking at home to save money is valuable if it also improves your health and makes you happy. But standing in line for hours just to save a tiny discount, that's a waste. Fixing your own sink can be useful if you enjoy learning it as a skill. But if it takes you days and causes stress, then paying someone else frees you to spend that time on building your future. Here's the truth. People who succeed are not afraid to spend money to buy back their time. They hire people, delegate tasks, and invest in tools or services that save them hours. Why? Because they understand time is their greatest wealth. And dear listener, this is why I created Fuel for English and Life. I want you to stop wasting your life on things that don't matter. I want you to learn to value your time, grow your skills, and build a future you're proud of. That's why I share these long, deep episodes with you, because I believe every second you spend here is an investment in your growth. And yet, I noticed something shocking. Almost 97% of people who watch my videos don't subscribe to this channel. Only 3% actually do. So if you are listening right now and you find even one sentence valuable, please make sure you hit that subscribe button to Fuel for English and Life. Because when you subscribe, you are not just supporting me. You are reminding yourself that your time here is not wasted. You are saying, I value my growth and I want more of this in my life. So never forget this rule. Don't spend hours to save pennies. Spend wisely, but more importantly, spend your time like it is gold, because it is. Rule 4. Money lost can be recovered, but time lost is gone forever. Imagine for a moment that you lost $100 today. Yes, it hurts. You might feel upset. You might even panic a little. But if you really think about it, you know you can go out tomorrow, work a shift, sell something, or find a way to earn that $100 back. Money, no matter how much of it you lose, always has a way of coming back to you. But now imagine losing 1 full year of your life, doing nothing meaningful, chasing distractions, or staying stuck in fear. Can you ever get that year back? No. That is the brutal truth. Time lost is gone forever, and no amount of money can buy it back. Let me share a story. There was once a young man who always said, I'll start tomorrow. He wanted to learn English. He wanted to start a business. He wanted to take care of his health. But every day he said the same thing. Tomorrow, I'll begin. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and before he knew it, 5 years had passed. 5 years of wasted mornings, wasted evenings, wasted opportunities. One day he woke up and realized, if I had started 5 years ago, today I would already be fluent in English. I would already be successful. I would already be healthy. But he couldn't turn back time. He could make money later. But those 5 years, they were gone. This is why the most successful people in the world are not just careful with their money. They are extremely careful with their time. They guard their time like it is treasure, because they know the truth. Time is life. Every minute you waste is not just a lost minute. It's a piece of your life you can never reclaim. If you waste money, you lose an object. If you waste time, you lose your future. Think about the difference between rich and poor people. A poor person will often waste hours scrolling social media, gossiping, or doing things that don't add any value to their future. They say, it's just an hour. But those hours add up, day by day, year by year, until they wonder why they never moved forward. Meanwhile, a rich person treats each hour like it's a building block of their dreams. They ask themselves, if I spend my next hour on this, will it bring me closer to my goals, or will it steal my future? That's why they move forward, while others stay stuck. Here's something powerful to remember. Time is the only currency that makes everyone equal. A billionaire and a beggar both wake up with the same 24 hours. The difference is not how much time they have, it's how they use it. The billionaire invests his hours in creating, building, learning, and growing. The beggar wastes his hours on excuses, fear, or meaningless entertainment. The hours are equal, but the results are not. So here's the question for you. How are you spending your hours? If you treat time like it's endless, you will waste it. If you treat time like it's priceless, you will protect it. And when you protect it, life rewards you with progress, growth, and opportunities that money alone can't buy. There's a saying, you can either waste time or invest time, but once it's gone, you can never exchange it back. And that's the truth you need to carry with you every single day. Before you spend another hour on distractions, before you say, just one more episode, before you say, I'll start tomorrow, stop. Ask yourself, if I lose this hour, can I ever get it back? The answer will always be no. This is why learning to value time above money will change your life. Because money will always follow the person who respects their time. Success will always follow the person who invests their hours wisely. And happiness will always belong to the person who doesn't waste their life chasing meaningless things. So my dear friend, carry this lesson with you today. Money lost can be recovered, but time lost is gone forever. Don't waste it. Don't delay your dreams. Don't wait for tomorrow. Start today, because your future depends on what you do with your hours right now. Rule 5. Invest in skills before you chase riches. Money without skills is like water in your hand. No matter how much you hold, it slips away. Too many people dream of getting rich quickly, but they forget the foundation: skills. Time and money are connected, and the bridge between them is the ability you build inside yourself. Think about it. Every rich person you see today, every entrepreneur, every investor, every leader, they all started not with millions in their bank, but with a set of skills that multiplied their time and money. Skills are the real assets. They are the hidden gold. If you know how to sell, you'll never be broke. If you know how to communicate, doors will always open. If you know how to manage money, you'll never fall into the trap of debt. And if you know how to manage your time, you'll always stay ahead of the game. Most people waste years chasing opportunities, but forget to sharpen their tools. Imagine someone running into battle without a sword, only bare hands. That's how it looks when you chase money without skills. You may earn fast, but you will also lose fast. Look at lottery winners. They get millions overnight, yet in a few years, they're broke again. Why? Because money came before skills. But when skills come first, money follows and stays. Skills are timeless. You can lose a job, you can lose a business, but if you carry strong skills, you'll always rise again. So, Rule 5 is simple but powerful. Before you run for money, run for mastery. Invest your time in learning. Read books, take courses, watch those who are already successful, and most importantly, practice every single day. A skill learned today may not pay you instantly, but in the future, it will pay you for life. Skills turn your time into wealth. They allow you to do in 1 hour what others can't do in 1 week. That's why skilled people seem to have more time and more money. They are efficient, effective, and unstoppable. Remember, your skills are something nobody can steal from you. They are your personal wealth. So focus on becoming so valuable that people cannot ignore you. Money will follow. Opportunities will chase you. Your time will multiply. And your life will transform. If this message speaks to you, don't just listen. Take action. Start building your skills today, because tomorrow depends on what you do now. And if you want more lessons like this, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss the next powerful truth about time and money. Rule 6. Master the art of delayed gratification. This rule might be the hardest one to live by, but it's also the one that separates the wealthy from the broke, the successful from the struggling, the disciplined from the distracted. Delayed gratification is the ability to resist a small reward now in exchange for a much bigger reward later. And when it comes to time and money, this principle is the key that unlocks long-term success. Think about it. The world today is built on instant pleasure. We want things fast. Fast food, fast delivery, fast entertainment. With just one click, you can order, watch, or spend. But here's the hidden cost. Every time you choose what feels good now, you often sacrifice what's best for your future. Buying that expensive gadget you don't really need. Spending hours scrolling social media instead of learning. Partying every weekend instead of building your dream. All of these give you pleasure in the moment, but steal your future freedom. Wealthy people, however, live by a different code. They train themselves to wait, to resist, to invest their time and money instead of consuming them. They know that planting seeds today, even when it's hard and uncomfortable, will give them a forest tomorrow. This is why they save when others spend, study when others relax, and invest when others waste. They are not slaves to instant pleasure. They are builders of lasting wealth. Here's the secret. When you master delayed gratification, you start multiplying your resources. Every dollar you don't spend on a temporary desire can be invested to grow into 10. Every hour you don't waste on distractions can be used to develop a skill that will pay you forever. The poor mindset asks, what can I enjoy right now? The rich mindset asks, what will this small sacrifice give me in the future? Look at time. If you use today to rest without purpose, you lose it forever. But if you use today to grow, tomorrow you'll have more time because your skills, money, and opportunities will expand. Look at money. If you spend it the moment it hits your hands, it disappears. But if you invest it, it grows while you sleep. The discipline to wait is not weakness. It's the ultimate strength. Think of a farmer. If he eats all the seeds he has today, he enjoys a full stomach for a short time, but starves tomorrow. But if he plants them and waits patiently, he harvests enough food to feed his family for a lifetime. That's what delayed gratification looks like in your life. Every small sacrifice today, saying no to unnecessary spending, choosing to study instead of scroll, building instead of wasting, is a seed planted for your future. So Rule 6 is clear. Don't trade long-term freedom for short-term pleasure. If you want true wealth, train yourself to say, not now, but later. Not today, but tomorrow. Not this small pleasure, but that greater future. When you live this way, time becomes your ally and money becomes your servant. You will stop chasing and start creating. And here's the most powerful truth. Once you taste the results of delayed gratification, you will never go back, because nothing feels better than freedom. Nothing feels better than knowing you built your life with discipline, that your sacrifices turned into blessings, and that you're living a life many only dream about. If this lesson touched your heart, let it push you into action. Don't just listen and forget. Apply it today. And if you want to keep growing with us, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, because the next rule will take you even deeper into the journey of mastering time and money. Rule 7. Turn time and money into freedom, not prison. This is the final rule, and maybe the most important one of all. Because at the end of the day, what good is money if you don't have the time to enjoy it? And what good is time if you're constantly broke and worried about survival? Too many people live their entire lives trapped in a cycle where their time is controlled by money, and their money is wasted on things that steal more of their time. It's a prison, and most don't even realize they're locked inside. Think about it. How many people do you know who work 10, 12, 14 hours a day, but still can't breathe financially? They make money, but they have no life. On the other hand, some people have time, but no money to do anything meaningful with it. Both are extremes of the same prison. The truth is, wealth is not just about having money. Wealth is when your time and money work together to give you freedom. Freedom to wake up when you choose, to spend your days how you want, to take care of your loved ones, and to build a future that excites you instead of drains you. So how do you break out of the prison? You must change the way you see both time and money. Most people trade time for money. They clock in, sell hours of their life, and get a paycheck. The wealthy, however, flip the game. They use money to buy time, and they use their time to create systems that produce money. That's the real secret. Instead of working forever, they build businesses, investments, and skills that work for them. Now let's get real. Every time you waste money on something unnecessary, you're not just losing dollars, you're losing time. Because now you must work extra hours, maybe even days or weeks, just to earn it back. That's not freedom, that's slavery. On the other hand, when you invest your money wisely, in knowledge, in assets, in things that multiply, you buy yourself time. Suddenly, your money is working while you sleep. Suddenly, your time is no longer tied to someone else's schedule. That is freedom. The same is true with time. Every moment you waste on gossip, scrolling endlessly, or chasing empty pleasures is not just lost minutes. It's lost opportunities to build a better life. When you waste time, you eventually waste money too. But when you invest time into growth, into skills, into building something bigger than yourself, you create wealth that lasts. The rich mindset always asks, how can I use this hour, this dollar, to make tomorrow easier, freer, better? The poor mindset asks, how can I enjoy this right now, even if it costs me later? Here's the ultimate truth. You only get one life. Every day that passes is one less day you have. You cannot buy back yesterday, but you can use today to build a tomorrow where your time belongs to you and your money serves your dreams. If you don't master this, you will spend your life being owned by your job, your bills, and your bad habits. If you do master it, you will taste something most people never experience: true freedom. So rule 7 is this: time and money are not meant to trap you. They're meant to free you. But only if you control them, instead of letting them control you. Build a life where your money works for you and your time is invested, not wasted. That is real success. That is wealth. And here's your hook, my friend. The choice is yours. Will you let time and money be your prison, or will you rise above and make them your freedom? Don't just think about it. Decide and act today. If this message hit you deep, don't walk away and forget it. Hit that like button. Share this with someone who needs it. And subscribe so you never miss the next powerful episode. Because this journey doesn't end here. The next chapter will take you even further into the mindset of true freedom. Stay tuned, because your breakthrough is only just beginning.